John Burge irresponsibly used his power as commander to deprive African Americans of their rights and tarnish the reputation of the Chicago Police Department in the process. John Burge was born on December 20th, 1947. He enlisted in the military in 1966. He learned interrogation methods and techniques in Fort Benning, Georgia. The first allegations of Burge engaging in torture were in 1972. This was near the peak of his police career when he reached the rank of commander. Many of his victims spoke out on their torture and some testified in court.
All right, and when he came back with that brown paper bag, what happened?
He went over to the desk on this side over here. He took this thing out, this box out. It had a cord on it and had some wires hanging out of it. He plugged the box into the wall. He took the cords and brought them over. He put handcuffs on my ankles. He put a wire on my ankles and he put a wire on my handcuffs.
Burge and Company, what they did to me, they did in one day. But what Tams is doing to people is going to be everlasting. Virgil and them, when I talk about them, sometimes I cry because I get just that mad, and I have to keep telling myself that the greater good calls for me to speak about me having cattle prods stuck to my testicles. Them electric shots are such that your whole internal system go on fire.
Put the handcuffs behind my back and repeatedly hit me in my stomach.
1 minute.
And his partner, James Latito, kicked me from the back and kicked me in my groin. And finally they decided to put a plastic typewriter cover over my head and suffocated me. I think their intentions was for them to have me give a false statement, a confession.
At the peak of his career, his official title was Detective Commander. He reached this rank in 1988 before being suspended in 1993. Burge's career began to plummet in 1991 when he was suspended. After he was released from the Chicago Police Department, investigations into the people who he convicted began. Burge was unable to be prosecuted for these convictions due to the statute of limitations, which states that a person may not be convicted for a crime a certain number of years after it was committed. Although Burge may not have been the one torturing the suspects, he used his rank to order officers under his command to conduct these practices. Burge was arrested on October 21, 2008. FBI agents in Florida arrested Burge in his home. Burge faced up to 45 years in prison on 2 accounts of obstruction of justice and 1 account of perjury. During his trial, Burge adopted his right to the Fifth Amendment to nearly every question asked.
During that 25 years or 20 years of working with the Chicago Police Department, did you come across instances of police torture?
I will adopt my prior answer to the first question as my answer to that question.
Are you taking your Fifth Amendment rights?
That's correct.
John Graham Burge was sentenced to 4.5 years in federal prison on January 21, 2011. Burge's projected release date is February 15, 2015.